Your soulmate is about to do something crazy because of your silence. My beloved child, wait, before you scroll away, listen carefully. This message found you for a reason. Your silence has become louder than any words you could have spoken, and somewhere, someone who cannot stop thinking about you is standing at the edge of a life-changing decision. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. They keep replaying every conversation, every memory, every unfinished goodbye, hoping to discover the hidden meaning behind your silence. But every answer they search for only creates a deeper mystery. Tonight, something unexpected begins to grow inside their heart, not anger, not regret, but an unstoppable desire to finally break the distance between you. What they are preparing to do next is something they never imagined they would have the courage to do, and the moment it happens, everything you believed about this connection could change forever. There is one detail almost nobody sees. While the world believes they have already moved on, the truth is completely different. Every ordinary moment secretly reminds them of you. A familiar song, a random place, even a stranger's words seem to pull your name back into their thoughts. They keep asking themselves the same question: was your silence the end, or was it the beginning of something I was never meant to understand? Don't skip, because this is where the story takes a turn nobody expects. They have reached a point where waiting feels impossible, yet rushing forward feels terrifying. The next choice they make could surprise everyone around them, because sometimes the quietest silence creates the loudest reaction. Now pause for just one more moment, because the most important part has not arrived yet. Something is shifting behind the scenes, and every passing hour makes that feeling stronger. They believe there is one final chance to discover the truth hidden inside your silence, and they are closer than ever to acting on that belief. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. What looks like an ordinary day is quietly becoming the beginning of an unforgettable chapter. But before that moment arrives, one unexpected sign will appear, a sign so small that most people would ignore it, yet powerful enough to change everything. And when that sign finally reveals itself, you will understand why your silence was never as silent as it seemed. A strange feeling is beginning to surround them, and they can no longer ignore it. Every attempt to distract themselves somehow leads back to you. They tell themselves to let go, yet their heart keeps whispering that your silence is hiding a message they haven't understood yet. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The people around them notice the change. They smile less, think more, and often disappear into their own thoughts. No one knows the real reason, because the truth lives in the quiet space where your name still echoes. What happens next is something even they never expected. Instead of walking away forever, they begin preparing for one bold step that could rewrite this entire story. They replay every memory, searching for one tiny clue that proves your silence wasn't rejection but a test of patience, timing, or destiny. The closer they get to making that decision, the stronger their determination becomes. It feels as though invisible pieces are falling into place, guiding them toward a moment they cannot avoid. Don't skip, because the next chapter of this journey holds a revelation that changes everything they once believed about you. And just when it seems nothing else can become more surprising, another unexpected sign appears. A simple moment, an ordinary conversation, a memory they thought was forgotten suddenly gives them a new perspective. Their doubts begin to disappear, replaced by a confidence they have never felt before. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. They are now closer than ever to doing the one thing they promised themselves they would never do. The only question left is this: when that moment finally arrives, will it unfold exactly as they imagined, or will an even greater surprise be waiting on the other side of your silence? A quiet change has already begun, even though nothing on the outside seems different. They wake up with the same question and fall asleep with the same thought. What if your silence was never meant to push them away, but to pull them toward a greater truth? Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Every passing day strengthens a feeling they can no longer deny. The hesitation that once held them back is slowly disappearing, replaced by a courage that surprises even them. They are no longer waiting for the perfect sign, they believe the sign has already appeared. Then something unexpected happens. A single memory returns at the exact moment they need it most, and suddenly every unanswered question begins connecting like pieces of a hidden puzzle. They realize your silence never erased the bond they felt, it only made them understand its value even more. Instead of giving up, they start imagining a future where distance no longer controls the story. Their heart refuses to believe this chapter is over. Don't skip, because what they are planning now is unlike anything they have ever considered before. Every small step is leading toward one unforgettable moment that could completely transform the direction of both your lives. Now the countdown has truly begun. The decision they once feared is becoming impossible to avoid, and they know there is no turning back after this. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. They are gathering every ounce of confidence, ready to leave behind uncertainty and finally follow what their heart has been telling them all along. Yet, just before they take that unbelievable step, one final surprise appears, something so unexpected that it forces them to pause for a single moment. That pause will decide whether this story becomes an unforgettable reunion, or reveals an even deeper mystery that nobody saw coming. Everything is leading to this moment. The fear that once kept them frozen has almost disappeared, replaced by a quiet certainty they cannot explain. They have stopped asking whether they should do something and started asking when. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Your silence has become the one mystery they refuse to leave unsolved. Every heartbeat reminds them that some opportunities appear only once, and they don't want this one to become another unanswered memory. They can almost see the future unfolding, but one final obstacle still stands between their thoughts and the choice they are about to make. Then an unexpected realization changes everything. They understand that waiting forever is no longer an option. Instead of imagining what could happen, they decide they would rather discover the truth for themselves. The confidence growing inside them is unlike anything they have ever felt before. It is calm, determined, and impossible to ignore. Don't skip, because the next few moments hold the biggest turning point yet. Something huge is waiting for you. They are closer than ever to making the bold move that has been quietly building since your silence first began, and nothing around them feels ordinary anymore. But just before that life-changing step is taken, one last unexpected sign appears. It is small enough that most people would overlook it, yet powerful enough to make them pause and rethink everything one final time. Stay till the end. The answer they discover in that brief moment will determine whether they move forward immediately or wait for one last piece of the puzzle to reveal itself. They never imagined your silence could awaken this much courage, and what happens next will become the most unforgettable chapter of this entire story, one that no one could have predicted until now. The final moment is closer than ever. What once felt like confusion has transformed into complete clarity. They no longer see your silence as an ending, they see it as the beginning of a path that was quietly preparing them for this exact day. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Every doubt that slowed them down has faded, and all that remains is a powerful feeling that they must follow their heart before another opportunity slips away. The decision they are about to make is not rushed or impulsive. It is the result of every memory, every unanswered question, and every silent moment that brought them here. Then the truth finally reveals itself. They realize the craziest thing they were about to do was never about acting without thinking, it was about refusing to let fear control their future any longer. Instead of running from uncertainty, they choose courage. Instead of believing silence means goodbye, they decide to believe that some stories deserve one final chance before the last page is written. Don't skip, because this changes everything. The weight they carried for so long suddenly disappears, and for the first time in a long while, hope feels stronger than doubt. Something huge is waiting for you, and its arrival is closer than either of you could have imagined. As this chapter comes to its close, one unforgettable lesson remains. Sometimes the loudest message is spoken without a single word. Your silence became the mirror that revealed hidden emotions, unanswered dreams, and a courage that had been waiting beneath the surface all along. Stay till the end, because every ending quietly opens the door to a new beginning. Whether the next step happens tomorrow or much later, one thing is certain: this journey has already changed both hearts forever. And when the next chapter begins, you'll finally understand that what seemed like silence was quietly preparing a moment neither of you will ever forget. The story does not end here, because the most meaningful moments often arrive after everything becomes quiet. A new sense of peace begins to replace the uncertainty that once surrounded them. They stop chasing answers and start trusting that every unanswered moment has been guiding them towards something greater. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. They realize that real connections are not measured by constant conversations but by the way two hearts continue to remember each other, even through silence. That realization changes everything they thought they knew. And then, without warning, another unexpected shift takes place. A door they believed was permanently closed suddenly feels possible again. Their perspective becomes clearer than ever before. Instead of wondering what they lost, they begin focusing on what can still be created. Every memory that once caused confusion now becomes a reminder of how strong this connection has remained despite time and distance. Don't skip, because this is the turning point no one expected. The quiet hope growing inside them becomes impossible to ignore, and they understand that some of life's greatest surprises arrive only after patience has done its work. Now the journey reaches its most powerful promise. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. They are ready to embrace whatever comes next with a heart free from fear and full of hope. The silence that once seemed endless has become the very reason they discovered courage, understanding, and a new beginning. As one chapter gently closes, another quietly opens, carrying possibilities that neither of you could have imagined at the start of this story. And when that next moment finally arrives, you will look back and realize that every silent second was preparing the path for something truly unforgettable. The journey has reached a place where nothing feels ordinary anymore. Every quiet moment now carries a meaning that was invisible before. They no longer wonder if your silence mattered, they know it did. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Looking back, they realize every unanswered question pushed them to become stronger, wiser, and more honest with their own heart. What once felt like distance has quietly transformed into understanding, and that understanding is giving them the courage to welcome whatever comes next without fear. One final realization changes everything. They discover that the greatest risk was never reaching out or waiting patiently. The greatest risk would have been letting this story fade without ever believing in its possibility. That thought becomes impossible to ignore. Every memory now feels like a gentle reminder that some connections continue to grow even when no words are spoken. Don't skip, because this is where the hidden message finally becomes clear. The silence was never empty. It was creating space for both hearts to recognize what truly mattered before the next chapter could begin. As this story comes to its final moment, one truth remains brighter than all the others. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The future is no longer defined by uncertainty but by hope, patience, and the courage to believe that meaningful moments often arrive when they are least expected. Sometimes the quietest seasons prepare the most unforgettable beginnings. And when the next chapter finally unfolds, you will understand that every pause, every memory, and every silent heartbeat was leading toward a moment that was worth waiting for all along. The final page is opening, and everything that once seemed uncertain now begins to make perfect sense. Your silence was never the end of this story, it was the moment that quietly changed its direction. They finally understand that the answers they searched for were never hidden in words but in the way this connection refused to disappear. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Every challenge, every unanswered moment, and every quiet memory has prepared them for what comes next. Now they are ready to step forward with a heart that no longer fears the unknown. And then the greatest surprise arrives, not through noise, but through clarity. They realize the crazy thing they were about to do was simply believing in a connection that never stopped growing beneath the surface. Instead of chasing certainty, they choose faith in the journey. Instead of letting silence create distance, they allow it to reveal the value of patience. In that very moment, the weight they carried disappears, replaced by a peaceful confidence that everything has unfolded exactly when it was meant to. Don't skip, because this final truth changes the meaning of every chapter that came before. Now the journey leaves you with one unforgettable thought. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, even beyond this story. Sometimes life becomes quiet so the heart can hear what the world cannot. Sometimes the longest silence protects the most meaningful beginning. And sometimes the connection you thought was fading is simply becoming stronger in ways you cannot yet see. As this chapter closes, remember this: the greatest stories are not written by rushing toward the ending, but by trusting every step of the journey. The next chapter has already begun, and its most beautiful moments are still waiting to be revealed. A new chapter quietly begins the moment you think the story is over. The silence that once felt endless now carries a purpose that neither of you could see before. Every unanswered moment has been shaping something far greater than either heart imagined. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. They finally understand that true connections are not measured by constant conversations but by the way they continue to inspire hope, even in complete silence. What once seemed like distance has become the very reason they discovered the courage to believe again. Then comes one final realization that changes everything. They stop searching for perfect timing because they realize that every moment leading to this one has already been perfect in its own way. The questions that kept them awake no longer demand answers. Instead, they become reminders of how much this journey has transformed them. Don't skip, because this is the hidden truth behind the entire story. Sometimes the heart grows the most when it is forced to wait. Sometimes silence protects what words could never explain. And sometimes the biggest miracle is not a dramatic moment, it is the quiet confidence that refuses to disappear. As the journey reaches its final reflection, one message remains. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, not because the future is guaranteed, but because every meaningful journey leaves you stronger than when it began. They have chosen hope over doubt, patience over fear, and faith over uncertainty. No matter what tomorrow brings, this connection has already changed them forever. And perhaps that was the greatest surprise all along, that your silence did not end the story. It became the reason a completely new beginning was finally able to unfold. My beloved child, if you have stayed until this very moment, then you have already uncovered the deepest truth hidden inside this journey. It was never just about silence. It was about two hearts learning lessons that words could never teach. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Every unanswered moment became a quiet invitation to grow, to understand, and to see beyond what was visible. The person you have been thinking about has changed because of this journey, and in many ways, so have you. What once felt like an impossible distance has become the bridge that revealed the value of patience, hope, and genuine connection. Now imagine this for a moment. One ordinary day arrives, looking no different from any other, yet everything feels different inside. They no longer carry the fear that once held them back. Instead, they carry clarity, gratitude, and the courage to welcome whatever the future holds. The silence that once created questions has become the reason they finally understand what truly matters. Don't skip, because this final realization brings every chapter together. Something huge is waiting for you. Sometimes life delays an answer not to disappoint you, but to prepare your heart for something far greater than you expected. The waiting was never wasted. Every quiet second was building the strength needed for this very moment. As this story gently comes to its close, one unforgettable truth remains. The greatest journeys are not remembered because they were loud, they are remembered because they quietly transformed the heart. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, not behind fear or uncertainty, but behind hope, wisdom, and the courage to keep believing. When you look back on this journey, you will realize that your silence was never empty, their feelings were never meaningless, and every chapter had a purpose. This is not a goodbye. It is simply the beginning of a new page, waiting for the right moment to be written. The story may seem complete, but one final truth still waits in the silence. There are moments in life that reveal their meaning only after every question has been asked. This is one of those moments. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The person who has been carrying your memory has finally stopped fighting what they feel. Instead of searching for reasons to let go, they have started searching for reasons to believe. That single change has quietly transformed everything inside them. What once looked like an impossible distance now feels like a journey that was always leading toward understanding. As time continues to move